You may think it's the number of hours that you get to sleep is what's making you tired.
A new study says that's not true, that it's actually a bad bedtime routine that's more dangerous than lack of sleep. So here with more is our mental health expert, Dr. Sheryl Zeigler. And Sheryl, I think we all have that perception, right? I need 8 hours, I need 9 hours, but really it's that time frame right before you get into bed.
Yeah, this is a really interesting study. I will tell you, I always track sleep because sleep and mental health are so connected. This study was based on over 60,000 people in the UK. They were hooked up to like these biometrics kind of things. So it was used some technology. And this is what they found. This is really important. Yes, we still want 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But what is more important is the regularity, sleep regularity, meaning you go to bed at 9, you wake up at 5, or you go to bed at 10, you wake up at 6. That's what's more important. So I know personally, I don't sleep very regularly. Some nights I might go to sleep at 9:30. Some nights I might be in bed at noon, at midnight, not noon. And so that sleep irregularity was connected to just higher death. And so stroke, cancer, and just earlier mortality because of the sleep irregularity.
It's funny because you think of the number as an easy way to keep score of your sleep, but I mean, how many times have you asked someone how they slept and it goes all over the place? You might have gotten 7 or 8 hours of sleep, but it was terrible. Or
Yes.
7 or 8 hours of good sleep and you feel great. The quality of your sleep, which may be part of that bedtime routine, like how you get ready to go to bed, may affect how well you actually do sleep.
Yeah, I think it's really important now. I know that I'm really going to focus on this myself. It's really important to say, and I've known this for a long time, in sleep research they say even on weekends, even for teenagers, they should still wake up at the same time that they go to school. Now, we know that probably doesn't happen, but this has been a long-term recommendation, even for us when we work. If you can, sleep in late, that you really shouldn't do that. That you should really go to sleep and wake up at the same time. And now there's this huge study that's out here supporting it. So I know that I feel like, okay, I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to try. I'm very irregular, though, I will say. So this is going to be a challenge for me.
You're guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I feel like, you try to stick to a schedule, but it's sometimes really hard just with life. I think you have to be really diligent about it. But if they're saying, okay, routine is important, is number of hours still relatively important, or?
Well, get this. This was another really interesting finding. So if you got 6 hours or less, that was not good. And if you got 9 hours or more, that was also not good. You really want 7 to 8 hours as an adult. You want 7 to 8 hours of sleep. So even too much sleep was found to have negative outcomes versus that sweet spot of 7 to 8 hours is apparently what probably the average human body needs.
It sounds like dieting. It sounds like you have to be the more diligent, the more focused you can be, the more effective anything would be along those lines.
Yeah, I think it's really showing. It's funny because I talk about kids so much, and I talk about the importance of schedules and routines and consistencies. And what I'm realizing is as an adult, we still need that. For the most part, most health tips are around consistency and schedule and routine, right? Even if we're talking about sweets or something,
But good schedules, good routines.
Right,
For
for
good
good
health. You can also
health.
be going in the wrong direction.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Like positive routine and schedules, if we can maintain them, apparently, I think that's from our whole entire lifetime.
All right, I'm going to go take a nap.
Oh,
No, not right now. That would not be good.
Not good.
that's
would not
against
be
the
good.
study.
Also, my boss wouldn't like that either. Dr. Zeigler, always good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.